Monday they will activate it. They will give him no space. They will make sure, because you see, right now, what they want to do now, and they say, Martin Amidu, any Kisieja Bain, what Akuffo Addo wants them to do, somehow they didn't want to follow. Sema will see Unina Sicily Pansem no. Dear Unina, it is all because of Sicily Dapa. And you see, some of these old guys, some of these old men we expect to at least be smarter and wiser. Sometimes they take some decisions and you ask yourself, are they taking the decision because of their selfishness, or because of their greediness, or because they know they are going to die early and they don't care? Because a normal day, nobody would say, Martin Amidu, what was his reason for this? If the boy says he cannot fit in your shoes, go and sleep. What's your problem? If he says he's not going to do the same thing you did, it happens everywhere. Close your mind and go and sleep. It is looking like a witch hunt. I will go down with the devil to destroy Kisieja Bain. That is what we are seeing here. Martin Amidu told us Akuffo Addo is a dangerous person. He's a criminal. We should not even allow anybody from the NPP to lead. Today, out of greed and pettiness, out of selfishness, he just wants to destroy the office. Then Obia say office no cry. So he does not care. He will go in bed with the Akuffo Addo and destroy the special prosecutor's office. Martin Amidu idea and say destroy Kisieja Bain. Akuffo Addo any Pauladomo Chimo any Gabi mo idea and say destroy the institution, the office of the special prosecutor. You have no idea. There are two branches to this matter. Martin Amidu, they are using him to fight his personal battle, but he doesn't know, say, they're using him to fight his personal battles. They are using him to the same time destroy the bigger picture. It's Martin Amidu Nitrimuno, on him say he's doing something that will please him, something that will make him happy. But he doesn't know, say, Akuffo Addo are granting him this because the Akuffo Addo themselves, they want to discredit the special prosecutor's office. Into when these things happen, it helps Akuffo Addo, it helps Gabi, it helps Bedietuo, it helps Gabi, it helps all of them, because now they are discrediting the office itself. Martin Amidu is just taking a piece of the office away. Martin Amidu is being selfish and childish. He's just fighting, you see, it's all about ego.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You were till for a PENDREAM TV in Pacho. When you say the news not all for my near the bro. News say all babeti in Pacho. So what when one drink Trebia and also what drink Trefa. News be I present your platform where you saw for your voice note not for sending it. I was 0277 128 777. The debate 2 PENDREAM FM. So my Ghana phone in that one can. Young court Nenko T and a story I did bro.
Mahamadu Baumia. A major objective for me is to bring down the cost of power. I want to shift Ghana from fuel generated power to solar. Now, there's this new one we all need to talk about. Yes, say a special prosecutor, Kisieja Bain, facing impeachment. So with the Muamunim Dada, with the Ubibaka say with the is with my Indinjao. Nana do danko Akuffo Addo MPP blueprint and I started on. It's simple. Yes, Martin Amidu ako petition eye Akuffo Addo. Aka chire Akuffo Addo say Kisieja Bain ako kansem bi na sansem na wakoka no e kire se adwuma no ontumi nye ntie mpam no. Hey, Ghana ahun. Empenifo no omo manyini pa no bebre jimi. I'm telling you. Now when you read the story, it gets more interesting and it gets sad. It gets interesting and sad because you expect these people to be intelligent enough to know Krampo say nyamebu aye nyamebu aye nye. The day Kisieja Bain was appointed, I told you people on my platform they will fire him, they will sack him. I told you people, because the way they do their things, Akuffo Addo okuta one philosophy. He rules for people to think he's a democratically elected leader, but behind the scenes he rules like a tyrant. So when things don't go his way, he will show the world that everything is fine, but beneath Nana Akuffo Addo is more than a murderer. And he has this attitude that so Omawe Juma, it does not matter where you find yourself, you need to work to please him. not to please the constitution. You need to work to please him. And into as West Stadia, Akuffo Addo has always had issues with people who have tried to do the right thing. Because time about politics, they had an agenda that they wanted something like a monarchy. They wanted something like a government that they will rule forever. And JB Dankwamo wanted to use UP to do. Into Wemono, blueprint and say they will portray as people who believe in governance, democracy, transparency. But beneath it, they will be ruling with a fist, and they will be making sure say they suppress and oppress people. Now, yetia, and Akuffo Addo, pamo Martin Amidu. Adiachi say Martin Amidu akotro petition ame Akuffo Addo. Emma petition so wo hwe Ghana mremu a e wo sanke di 7 days ansa na Akuffo Addo kwai na adwen so obehwe de obeye fa ho. Dey na Martin Amidu tro petition no odukodu Jubilee House no time na Martin Amidu free Jubilee House no na police car apa Martin Amidu ho e de kwakoma Chief Justice. Martin Amidu no the petition ko e no otu ni car free Jubilee House a opie no na motorcade abapa no ho motorcade no e de e petition ko CJ ho. we free Jubilee House o free Jubilee House APA no yenya mbie gate ma no na motorcade we make Akuffo Addo one kind po or say fako. Now so read this story now. This is the story. This impeachment process follows reports that the special prosecutor declined demands to resign and instead held a press conference to express frustration with his work. Mr. Amidu also claims that by arresting individuals such as Cecilia Dapa and Professor Frimpong Boateng, the special prosecutor abused his rights. Additionally, he alleges a violation of the right to information when Mr. Ejabin requested appointment letters and salary details of all OSP staff to be put on a pen drive for him, as well as issue with the appointment of personnel to the office. Martin Amidu say, adekudientia ochro petition ko be Akuffo Addo say yempam Kisie Ejabin no sa anyoma miense na membo so nchiro. First one, or say Kisie Ejabin omo ka kire ni say on resign. Akuffo Addo ka kire ni say on resign and also on resign. Obeso ye djuma no. 2, or say eye Kisie Ejabin echi Professor Frimpong Boateng eto cells. Osaya day Osaka says Cecilia Dapa eye sika wako wia yam pense mu no osi eno so ka ho na okotro petition make Akuffo Addo say yam pam Kisie Ejabin na saa nyoma no etia Kisie Ejabin edwuma a oye. Ena 3, osi time Kisie Ejabin eka kire eye time ye pam Martin Amidu workers na omo wo edien special prosecutor office no oka kire obi a say onfa edien na ndwuma die nyina engu pen drive so mfa mbre no office. Na onhwehwe omusika semu ene omaketium no se eno so ka ho na kire se Kisie Ejabin omumra nti Akuffo Addo ngina so onyoma miensa we so na onhwe se or the letter na koma Chief Justice ma Chief Justice so apam Kisie Ejabin nti Akuffo Addo je letter so we de wona ode aba na I say this 7 days e wo me ho enso ewie ya ye de ko. Enti Martin Amidu ede ne car ni moto do call Jubilee House na tu moto no because na moto no petrol nim. Enti na start tatin and also moto na start a omo ade bo no moto I say ho na petrol pump no na ohu and also dey then enti o tatin no tin wo moto ke di phone nam nechi omo kuta letter na omo de kwa koma Chief Justice Akuffo Addo say wi na omo fa nko and the time letter na de koma Chief Justice. And I time letter no any 1 day any 2 hours. Akuffo Addo say motorcade mo Chief Justice because before that Akuffo Addo akache Kisie Ejabin say on resign and Kisie Ejabin say on resign. Gabi akache say on resign also on resign. Oforiata also on ye. And I'm okay. Ye nyanga say yembo utuo. Ye bepe bodam ni ma na bo utuo. Akuffo Addo can say, we will not shoot you. We will make a madman shoot you. Then after that, we will tell the court the madman it wasn't in his right senses, so he can be left off the hook. ɔse yɛbɛma bɔdam ni mmom abɔ wutuo ne yɛde bɔdam ni kɔgyina court a ne aka kyerɛ court ne sɛ wadwene mu ɛnda hɔ nti yɛngya anama ne nkɔ saa trap no ne Akuffo Addo asɛte ama kisie gyaben. So letter na kopie Chief Justice hɔ ɛna Chief Justice ɛsɛ oh letter wo ya abɛpie mu hɔ deɛ asɛm a wɔ mu no nyinaa ɛturo do na mmom sɛ wa ma kisie gyaben ɛnyi ne ho ano a yɛbɛka sɛ me so me ne Akuffo Addo me ka ho bi na yɛpam kisie gyaben. In the Chief Justice ɔno soro Ghana mbra kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ nka letter no ɔda ho bɛyɛ 30 days ɛdwene ho ɛhwehwɛ nsɛm nim. Akuffo Addo mbra kyerɛ sɛ matena do petition no nanka 7 days nanka so nya abotre kenkan letter no ɛhwehwɛ mu yie sɛ we de wɔn gyina so ana sɛ nyina so matena do koduro no eni 2 hours no tam sɛ fakoma CJ Ghana mbra nso kyerɛ sɛ Chief Justice no so no ɛwɔ sɛ at least a month or this steady letter no a steady nyoma ewom ɛhwɛ sɛ ɛwɔ gyina so a ansana we take a decision. Yɛde kɔma Chief Justice eni 2 hours ɛna ɔsɛ na mo fa kɔma kisie gyaben mo kan sɛ oyi ne ho ano fast on my answer na ehu de be ho e hwa say mo fama no enti unim Akuffo Addo Chief Justice o ma ya mo so mo nim asem no mu bi e na o ma yusu ma atena medu me say Ghana MPP de bia on person mo di Ghana fo abro mo de ntafo ne di sankwase adwuma me kan kire mo na mo ntafo de bi me ka kire mo na mo bu ofu mo ntafo de bi mo agimi ayo rade jagopo me say sa MP na MPP ya Akuffo ayi O24 said to ofate ye wo menhia no me say every day some person mo di nkwase asem go Ghana o mo bu Ghana fo a o mo de ntafo de di nkwase asem enye no mo nya tani ba ko de di nkwase asem no. That is the NPP. NPP on to me ko fa hunani be di nkwase asem onim sa hunani onye on to me ko fa mfantini be di nkwase asem onye on to me ko fa nzimani be di nkwase asem ma no onye on to me ko fa bununi bunofo no mo nye on to me kofa de koni onye but de bia no MPP for him say ntafo de bia jimi they will always use northerners to do their dirty job. On say today omo enye obia matena Amidu na o say Akuffo Addo is the mother serpent of corruption no. Today he believes say Akuffo Addo will be the best person to solve this problem. Matena Amidu is insane. Now even Krampo no say kisie gyaben say oya obia edwuma na oye no say enko anim kra you Matena Amidu after the things you wrote about Akuffo Addo, why do you think Akuffo Addo will be the best person to give you a best judgment? Akuffo Addo has always wanted to kick this guy out because on per se ye be di nko for the chi entafo mumubi mwejimi. I'm telling you, so NPP we are every single thing they have done in Ghana, Bonnibiano, they use in tough to do it. Ode ko MPP ni mnakohwe ni yipa. Time na Akuffo Addo mo pese mo seti eye Paul Afoko app. Omo ko sirem. Ena Paul Afoko oye siremni. Ena omo de asem koto siremni so. Ena omo man siremfo be ye the witness. Say yanchi Gregory Afoko tum. NPP, that is how they do. Now the men who say NPP are BBA, almost to the other tribes apart from Ntafo. That is what they do. That is what they do. The NPP no, omo idea be say Ntafo no menyo omo ntumi use obia biem. And when you look at their history, when you look at their history very well, majority of the people they have used in doing their dirty jobs are Ntafo ngwa. You are shocked to say Matena Amidu, right? Why are you shocked? Matena Amidu at the end of the day say the way you cry you were kicked out of the office. Say even kisie gyaben at the end of the day or disrespectful cry at the end of the day. For you to justify Akuffo Addo, no, it shows that you yourself, at the end of the day, this will be a trust too. You were there when Akuffo Addo sent Oforiatta to you to come and tell you, say, Ejapadiano, omo no mo ye, ema obe kachire say, these are the facts, ebe sinne. Can Oforiatta any Akuffo Addo, obiantu mbekasa asema okane omo obwa. Usa kachire Ghana for say, kisie gyaben na what's her office, no, at least there's somebody at the office, no, because as we speak today, kisie gyaben in some of the atu so nyina no o say wakoche frempon boati atum o say kisie gyaben ayeden wakobusa eye workers a uja omo say obi anfa ne resume enfa ne salary enfa bibia ngu pen drive so And also say Kisie Jabin at the end of the day no or day. These flimsy things when opposite Jinasonia Pamono. Niankofa Wambra. But there's one interesting thing I want to share. Since they say you be the special prosecutor's office, Akuffo Addo this special prosecutor office by ND case be wini order. And I will stay there. Show me one case, high profile case, from Martin Amidu to Kisie Jabin, and the Akuffo Addo Baumia, ometumi di a case rim ewie. Amaka say ya complete file we been see that. So for the 8 years in Kwasiafo we are say sika. From 2017 to 18, I say a special prosecutor's office. From Martin Amidu Yankasa himself, Ebesi Kisie Jabin Besine, no high profile case and a special prosecutor a wini wo Ghana. Oseka bibichiro. The OSP office na Akuffo Addo BA, it was technically the same thing Papa Akuffo a year with reconciliation. The special prosecutor's office was geared, it was put together towards the destruction of John Mahama. That's all. The special prosecutor's office, it wasn't for anything. It was to come and destroy John Mahama. And they picked somebody from the NDC to come destroy John Mahama. Time may be a reconciliation. The target was JJ Rawlings. They picked people who were in the armed forces to come and destroy JJ Rawlings. But you see, the whole thing looks similar. The reconciliation under Akuffo, no matter the number of people who came out, our reconciliation, nobody was able to say, I was there when Rawlings killed this person. Nobody in Ghana. Time Martin Amidu the OSP boss. Ebesi Kisie Jabin Martin Amidu the main focus was Martin Amidu was supposed to do what? Was supposed to arrest John Mahama, bring up some corruption related issue and make sure John Mahama's career ends there. But Martin Amidu, out of the hate for John Mahama, out of the pain he has endured for years because he feels he was supposed to be seen or supposed to be given some kind of position that he did not get, that hatred, even though that hatred in the OSP office, he still could not find anything against John Mahama. So after the first 2-3 years, Martin Amidu could not find anything on John Mahama. That was the beginning of the end of the special prosecutor's office. Now, Akuffo Addo in the Bushia from 2017 to 2018, they wanted at least by 2019 beginning, now comes from Jelly John Mahama. So they wanted to use the NDC person, another Northerner. They wanted to jail John Mahama. Now they take John Mahama out of the picture. But as bitter and as greedy as Martin Amidu is, he did everything possible to find some dirt on John Mahama. He could not find even a single one. Do you remember? Gabi Ochidakoko planté Airbus story or UK stupid newspaper be and beto Ghana say this is a story we did not have any facts. A Koya could do special prosecutor office. Have you forgotten? Because the idea was that they wanted to use that story to nail John Mahama. But as much as Martin Amidu probed, he realized John Mahama had nothing to do with this. Gabi Ochidakoko did everything possible to find something on John Mahama. Enti Martin Amidu entumi angeli John Mahama or prosecute John Mahama on Airbus na a fake story. At the end of the day, there was no evidence. You see, the Airbus story, nobody came out with one shred of evidence. It was a stupid article somebody put in some stupid newspaper in the UK. But you saw what the MPP did. They brought it and shared it, and the newspapers took it. Joy News. If I was and the you saw the way they were standing there and speaking like they had facts. Nobody till date was able to provide one evidence. Even in the UK court, John Mahama's name was not mentioned. Even in the UK court, there was nothing that was directed to John Mahama. But it became a national topic to the point whereby Special Prosecutor's Office picked it up. The Special Prosecutor's Office picked up a story which did not have any evidence with it. And they said, I'm going to look into it because the pressure was coming from Gabi. The pressure was coming from Akuffo Addo. The pressure was coming from the Attorney General. The pressure was that do and find something on John Mahama. Didn't you see the amount of energy they put into Airbus? Ghana problems in Jaika, even to the point where they brought it to Parliament. That is how dangerous the NPP is. They put everything on the side because they didn't want John Mahama to contest in 2020 elections. So they thought to say this one day, because who was the reporter who reported on the Airbus story? Gabi Kofabaye. It didn't have a reporter. It didn't have a direct link. The story was just put in front of a stupid newspaper in the UK. There was nobody who basically owned up to say the Airbus story, I wrote it, I followed it up. No reporter in the world. But what they did was that they just found a newspaper, they found a lazy journalist and said, put it here and let us give you this money. Gabi we not buy to internet. So John Mahama is a government official one. That is what. And then they gave it to Nkwasi Afono, Omujandam Fono. So going into election 2020, that was the agenda. So when that agenda failed, the office of the special prosecutor just crumbled. After Airbus, special prosecutor office in Tumen Jinan and Asu Biem. Now, can't you see? The NPP are using Obidise Paul Adomochiri against Kisie Jabin. Today, it looks like when you watch Paul Adomochiri, it is like they have given him a contract to come and destroy the person who occupies the special prosecutor's office. Like every single day, go and say something about him. Every single day, go and discredit him. This is the man that at the end of the day, if we are giving him all the support, he will do the job. But when you get distractors, drug addicts, like Paul Adomochiri Dems, every single day, trying to let the world think, the special prosecutor is a problem. Whilst the system that is supposed to help the special prosecutor work is not helping, how do you get a special prosecutor to work? I'm not going to sit here and say Kisie Jabin is a perfect human being. But at the end of the day, when you have a former special prosecutor sitting on the lines and putting out this flimsy excuse and saying, because of this and this and this, they should sack you, you need to understand that the system is rather fighting the OSP's office. It does not matter who is appointed to the OSP office, because the OSP's office was put together just because of John Mahama. Right now, the OSP's office has no focus. In Tianopa, Enyumbre, Okojina Metro, good evening, Metro Ghana. Paul Adomochiri Jina Hono, he is doing the bidding of Akuffo Addo, the bidding of Gabi. Do everything and discredit the guy, because if you don't discredit the guy, whatever the guy will say, Ghana for Bisum. So the first thing to do, but Kisie Jabin, he has a bulletproof car. Kisie Jabin, he has money. Kisie Jabin, I don't care. Is Kisie Jabin doing a job? If Kisie Jabin is asking for a car and the government thinks it is not right for him to have, what is the government supposed to do? To deprive him of that car? So when he asks for a car and the government gives to him, is it his fault? So why should I say, because the government decided to give Kisie Jabin money to go get a car, I should have a problem with Kisie Jabin? It is up to the government to make sure that every institution, at the end of the day, the resource that goes there is used judiciously. So you cannot tell me that because Kisie Jabin, we could not manage our resource and gave it to him and he's using it, the job should not go on. And yet, Gabi, people like Paul Adomochiri, the idea ni say, let us destroy Kisie Jabin. And as usual, NPP for Benya Teni using from Monday, you see what they will do to this man. Me say from Monday, TV so they will come and nail him. You'll be shocked. Because but this office is supposed to be an officer, because Unibibi, from the day they started accusing Kisie Jabin Besinde, nobody has been able to prove with one evidence. Say Papa we could bisika. As much as there are some things that he does, I think he can do better. Nobody has been able to come out to say Kisie Jabin breaching the office. Watam sika we, waye we. I have not seen it, and nobody has been able to put any facts on the table. But from Monday, they will turn their machinery at him. I'm telling you, they'll fire him. It has been decided. The Chief Justice is just setting a trap for him. It is a simple trap. Can ask them, if you don't respond, then I'll go with what I have. If you respond, then they will scrutinize and say, oh yeah, by force, why a mistake? So technically, Omaka just said, drink the poison and die. The action the Chief Justice has taken is to tell Kisieja Jabin, drink poison and die. Resign and walk. Because whatever your response will be, it was not going to be a response that I would say you deserve to be in the office. Inti, Anaya, that you see journalists on TV, MPP journalists like Paul Addo, like they say they have been in the system for long. They say omo kwama wo, omo boa market asese etwa, omo boa amakro so etwa. And for about months, we didn't know say Sisi Adapa was a thief. We were over $25 million. Kisieja Jabin na me hu ye. How can people turn around and go after Kisieja Jabin? At least, say Kisieja Jabin, let us get to the bottom of that issue. So Kisieja Jabin, na say ope Ghana ye, ope say you fight corruption. Let us try and exonerate Sisi Adapa. So all that we have to do is to support the OSP, support Yoko, to make sure the Attorney General prosecutes Sisi Adapa. Say a quarter Sisi Adapa, Sisi Adapa did no wrong. But today, every evening, you will see a journalist, or a friend who journalist, I don't know, Paul Addo, a crackhead, sit on TV for hours, denigrating the office that is supposed to fight corruption. But he himself cannot give you an iota of the evidence that the man, the special prosecutor, has taken money from somebody or has breached the law. Everything that he does is propaganda. Spill it. Keep lying. Keep putting things on the man. People will believe it. Just keep destroying. And that is the modus operandi of these foolish ones. And that is what they have done for some time now. They have decided, and in from 2008, they told Ghana, committee catcher, Yan can't Ghana for some Mahama, that's all. Yan can't Ghana said, but some Mahama is still hospital for. The Mahama baby a kaso kromfo, so ebeto yetim Mahama si hospital krama e si a man to me so e kromfo. And that is the strategy omafa against Kisieja Jabin. Until from Monday they will activate it. They will give him no space. They will make sure, because you see right now what they want to do now, and they say Martin Amidu and Kisieja Jabin, what Akuffo Addo wants them to do, somehow they didn't want to follow. Sa sema usi uhuni nyina Sisi Adapa nsem no. Dia uhuni nyina, it is all because of Sisi Adapa. And you see, some of these old guys, some of these old men we expect to at least be smarter and wiser. Sometimes they take some decisions and you ask yourself, are they taking the decision because of their selfishness, or because of their greediness, or because they know they are going to die early and they don't care? Because a normal day, nobody would say, Martin Amidu, what was his reason for this? If the boy says he cannot fit in your shoes, go and sleep. What's your problem? If he says he's not going to do the same thing you did, it happens everywhere. Close your mind and go and sleep. It is looking like a witch hunt. I will go down with the devil to destroy Kisieja Jabin. That is what we are seeing here. Martin Amidu told us Akuffo Addo is a dangerous person. He's a criminal. We should not even allow anybody from the NPP to lead. Today, out of greed and pettiness, out of selfishness, so he just wants to destroy the office. Then Obia say office no cry. So he does not care. He will go in bed with the Akuffo Addo and destroy the special prosecutor's office. Martin Amidu idea and say destroy Kisieja Jabin. Akuffo Addo any Paul Addo any Gabi mo idea and say destroy the institution, the office of the special prosecutor. You have no idea. There are two branches to this matter. Martin Amidu, they are using him to fight his personal battle, but he doesn't know, say, they're using him to fight his personal battles. They are using him to the same time destroy the bigger picture. It's Martin Amidu Nitrimuno, on him say he's doing something that will please him, something that will make him happy. But he doesn't know, say, Akuffo Addo are granting him this because the Akuffo Addo themselves, they want to discredit the special prosecutor's office. And when these things happen, it helps Akuffo Addo, it helps Gabi, it helps Bedietuo, it helps Gabi, it helps all of them, because now they are discrediting the office itself. Martin Amidu is just taking a piece of the office away. Martin Amidu is being selfish and childish. He's just fighting, you see, it's all about ego. He's hurt that this boy disrespected him. So he wants to destroy the boy's future. He believes he's an old lawyer. He has been in the system for long. This is a small boy. He needs to destroy him. So his idea is that I'll destroy him. And the destruction is I'll take him out of the office. But the Akuffo Addo dems are using him for a bigger job he doesn't know. Now, Akuffo Addo dems have been able to manage to use another northerner who is not wise to destroy the whole OSP office, because now someone discredited office and someone free officer. What is going to happen is that the office is going to come after them. So the next 6 months, we know they want to denigrate the office of the special prosecutor to the point whereby so obi beshaw kra in our heads no beka se nipa no so ye kromfo. In our heads no beka nipa no krampo no onimra so. And that is what the Poladomochris and the Gabis and the Bedie Tools of Furiata, the NPP criminal cartel, no, that is the idea. It's when you see these things, don't say Martin Amidu is just doing a bigger job for them, but he himself, he doesn't even know. Akuffo Addo mo omo ya beifu. Nana Addo dankwa Akuffo Addo. Oni ne busuafo we omo ya beifu. They don't care. Akuffo Addo are a different animal. And I'm say. Now the question is, you be office way almost 8 years ni. Say 7 years is 6 years ni. Office went to minchi ubia. Office went to minchi any profile case bianca so we break a case. So why do we still have the office there? That is the next question they'll be asking you. Young close no, yes. Martin Amidu, the problem, you know, we have to say he's too proud, he's too arrogant, he thinks he knows everything. That is his downfall. And in Atamosmo, they do not believe him, trust him fully. Because when somebody is so arrogant and full of himself, he's very difficult to advise. When somebody believes and that he knows everything, he's a lawyer who knows everything, he's somebody who is supposed to be given all the respect. Or to say Akuffo Addo, such people you cannot advise them. And Nona Tamils who said this guy will be a very difficult person to work with as a vice president or whatever. That is why they all skipped him, because they realized that he's not ready. His ego is too big. So when he was taken out of the office, he has now taken this personal against this young man, and now he would rather make Akuffo Addo use him to do the dirty job. All that he wants to be satisfied with is say Kwesi Ejabe has been moved away from the office. But he doesn't know, say, he's doing the country a greater disservice. Now, this is another story I want us to talk about. Minority in Parliament, and they see what Parliament in. Approval of new ministers. Minority walks out of Parliament on the approval of new ministers and deputy ministers nominated by Akuffo Addo. And there are two things. There were two things at NPP or Parliament in there. And the two things, and then they say, I'm pass one loan and I'm pass your ministers. And in these two, NDC forecast they don't have anything to do with it. You be a Parliament in there. And there you be a Parliament. NPP for passing loan $150 million. And they are Jack, you Jimmy O. Now yes a song called 4 ways so. And you be a Parliament after the Parliament was on break. And then the first day on Motanasio, the NPP were holding a loan. No mkuta loan a chain. You be a Parliament to do some say the loan about Munjintum. And the NDC forecast say these two things you people are demanding today, they don't want to be part of it. In the end, the NPP majority led by Afenyomakin, the pedophile lawyer, they went into Parliament, including Omo Omakenyina, to go and say, upon a kaya bweguo 1.6.5 trillion, and the Afenyomakin at the NPP fuenim ko Parliament say, almost for another loan in count. NDC forecast they don't want to be part. After forcing any NPP, NDC for they worked out. Afenyoma kini NPP for say yes. Yanji loan no. So I keep asking you, Sa MPP na wo no. Mo madwene am say they are there to help you ana. And then be a parliament o. Mo kai said 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Na poka no TV so say some person mo kan ani gina so a mo ma NDC for enkan ye ho ne pass loan. Mo guy. And then there be a parliament gate. Ewie ya no pay 12 o'clock. Omo be a gate na afenyo marking MPP for gina kuta loan paper. Ye be loan. Ya ye be loan. Enti ye pon ende nwumre no na MPP for MPs nyina o parliament say yes. NDC for say mo ministers na mo de aba no krampo no. And ye ti Ghana mo betuma at mo ministers so. Mo betumi am make sure say ye save sika. You don't need these ministers again. You need to be saving fiscal discipline. Into our say for the ministers also. Into they don't want to approve these ministers. MPP was inform MPP for afenyo kin diomanim and omo passing ministers ni nyina and omo sa a passing loan of $150 million. Now only my son there ya wom. Ma menya ni simple man. A World Bank my sika almost $200 million a couple of years ago. And as I say, no, almost say the housing ministry and the sanitation ministry, almost me and Inka Mutimbo, now almost uses Sikan and Fanchi Ghana. Sasikan yetamu $43 million Emma Cecilia Dapa ministry. And the share Cecilia Dapa same check. And I say, Sasika would be there or say, or the Nina bet or don animu. Now, or the cleaner crack. Into or don and the anya plastic bottle back compose them. And a housing ministry, you say, yes, Mosomodi, there. So, yes, you Sikadi be, Eddie Akosi dying be. And the MPP for about Parliament BM say, some ministries, no, yan sama omo $150 million loan. And the NDC for neka say, na sa sika na yede ma amono, ma ye mu adwuma. So ene de ma mon kan ho asem, mo de mo fa $150 million no, and some fama ye. And the NDC for say, sisi the pa krampon to me show the sanitation ministry. They cannot even show say adwuma we na ye. Odona we ni atim de edi sika ni nyina ye nie ye de sisi akra makra mu ate omo say ne de inform ho na ye housing ministry so ye bu so omo say under attachia onu say na attachia e wo he attachia na onu say attachia of parliament sa sika e de ma attachia sa $200 million attachia eje almost $128 million as the housing minister. Now works and housing minister attachia ji sa sika no Yako Yushebo no use sikan be we use be $4 million per. And ye busa the current minister and say, Kojo Ponkruma, sa sikana mo committee share mo say ebia kano sa sikana we mo say the bank, I say aye. Na sa sikana be the bank almost $128 million was the bank there. So mo say housing attaching for $43 million. Sisi the deposit for $43 million. And aka bi na mo amaka che committee a omo hwe sa adwuma ne say eda the banker. And na NDC for say NDC sikana 128 was the banker. Mo go for sa sikana fa nkodi dwuma no omo say da bi. Mama enka ho asem nde. $150 million we and ni hian in there. Tie. This is what happened in Parliament. Multi $200 million no Cecilia Papa for $43 million with D. Attach for over $40 million with D. Aka 128 to say the bank. One of the NDC for our Parliament. And NDC for say bo yesika someone yet into 128 no accounts be mu ne da kojo pon kroma say onim. Afenyo makin say onka. And NDC for say na more $128 million at the bank. Yen nyina ye dia Ghana for dia. World Bank sika de maye. Ade na monko for sa sika ni nkodi dwuma we amosomudi. Omse no $150 million low we mon fama ye ne ya. Omu digi. NDC for asori pie. Oma sign afa $150 million. Omu de ko. Anadwi ko he. Oma ye say wolves omo keka. Anadwi ko he. Sika na oma beje ko no omo tete. Obi atete de. This is how dangerous these people are. And it's an NDC for a raising issue of Parliament say committee a share sa sika no so and asa sa eye de nyoma no so no omo call site no omo ko hu say contractor bi kro omo share na de din wo mu say wagi sika ebesi dan no omo share contractor no kwan so and am so ye ba abehwe adwuma we di contractor no so no nim bebi mpo an site wo committee na omo share sa nyoma we so no Eya imagine say some be 150 million dia ye be say din kan ko hwe 200 million juma amodi aye committee of more parliament no ko site ko hwe be bia attach housing ministry those times World Bank this as kan mom no ko share contractor ba ko kan say branch bra una wudin sha say waji sika bebrebe we $20 million so dey $100 million now o site no ehwe ne wo contractor say me dey yan kan me site nje me minimo minimo bia me site wo sika no dey age but site dey minibi and mobile parliament and be really chere Ghana for say this is what has happened. Still Afenyo Markin say emfa no ho MPP Ashanti regional MPs 47 in United Parliament say emfa ho 128 ne say that bank no ye dia mo bia mbusa ye ho asem ye je 150 million in ne enti ende NPP for ye be parliament first day the loan of $150 million aba abejiatum catch NPP for NDC for some form Jimmy Nkonwa Afenyo Markin ni NPP no atachia na oji 200 million no atachia no ono so beto aba ni bi chese mo Ghana for no minima de komponti a still mo da ho twen say ye nto aba because me hu obi o kase meto aba MPP a ana me hu difference only abo because minima de bi ma opese I don't know what you need to see again. Minim de opese ya ka kire obiem ma hu se nkofo we omunim nyansa wo se nipa da seni anyansa da otim kwoto aba ma omo $128 million na be sin ne kotena parliament almost 10 hours almost say kire bibia $128 million ne da nkofo a ye yisika ato aba se ko parliament ye ti ka NPP majority ya na ye hwe omo ya nti na omo ho kire bibia $128 million ne da na say nka eda bank ben say nka monkofo enu so ko adwuma na say me nkasa ankire omo adan a kofa deal bi asa aba $150 million and they are gina so because nim some more numbers nti gina so ato aba amomo all of them me nyobi amfrim yeah aje $150 million hwe bia dollar no hwe Ghana inflation hwe Ghana bibia fuel prices edu hwe Ghana ye economy ne sika sam they don't care. I don't care because majority of you people are foolish.
Story OTCC no a platform my friend PENDREAM TV and I uti story no na o feedback hu here empa story awati no any story be our platform no so be awati a opese o my feedback no fafa WhatsApp message or WhatsApp number 0277128777 na yebebo e wo PENDREAM FM Ghana for nyina ate wonka
Debi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV